This man is named Bernie Madoff, and he is responsible for the biggest financial scam in human history. A scam worth $65 billion. A man who fooled 40,000 people, fooled Wall Street, fooled the government itself, to the point where instead of stopping him, they helped him. They smoothed the road for him. They gave him power. And the only reason he pulled it off was his image, his reputation, his shiny name in the world of stocks and finance. A man so respected, he helped design the rules of the market itself. And what's even crazier? This man kept his scam running for more than 40 years, hiding it from his own family, his wife, his children. None of them knew. And when the truth comes out, their lives will flip upside down in ways no one could imagine. And by the way, Bernie Madoff was already rich. He didn't need to scam. So, why did he do it? Peace be upon you. Welcome everyone, I'm Waleed. This will be one of the longest videos on the channel, and honestly, I didn't plan it. But the story of Bernie Madoff is too big, too wild, and too unbelievable to squeeze into a short video. So sit back, relax, because this is the unbelievable story of the greatest con man in financial history.
All events are real. Viewer discretion advised, plus 18.
Bernie Madoff was born in 1938 in New York City. A normal kid from a normal family. His mother was a homemaker. His father tried multiple businesses and failed in almost all of them. At one point, their entire house was seized because of unpaid taxes. Growing up, Bernie saw only one thing: failure. And deep inside, he made a promise to himself. I will never end up like my father. Success wasn't a dream for Bernie, it was a survival instinct. In high school, he tried small businesses, lawn spraying equipment, odd tools, whatever he could sell. He wanted money. He wanted to prove himself. And around that time, he met Ruth Alpern, the girl who would later become his wife. Her family was richer, more stable. Her father, Saul Alpern, owned a successful accounting firm. But Saul didn't like Bernie. He didn't think Bernie was good enough for his daughter. He saw him as a normal kid with no future. But Bernie didn't care. He married Ruth anyway, and after 1 year in law school, he dropped out. He wanted Wall Street. He wanted the fast lane. Bernie went to his father-in-law and asked for something small. A desk. Just a desk inside his office to start his business. Saul agreed. Bernie started with $5,000, his entire life savings. He founded a small trading firm called Bernard L. Madoff Investment Securities. Back then, Bernie wasn't a criminal. He was ambitious, hungry. He traded risky stocks that no one wanted, known as pink sheet stocks, small, risky, volatile companies. High risk, high reward. And Bernie was good, calm, fast, sharp. He grew quickly. But then, a storm came. In May 1962, the stock market crashed.
Just exactly what happened? What caused it?
A huge drop. People panicked. Stock prices collapsed. And the risky stocks Bernie bought for his clients? Their value didn't fall. It evaporated. He lost all his clients' money, about $30,000. Which today equals more than $300,000. This was Bernie's turning point. A normal person would admit the loss, tell the truth. But Bernie, he panicked. He couldn't accept failure. So he went to his father-in-law and convinced him to loan $30,000 to cover the loss. He secretly replaced the money and told his clients, "You didn't lose anything, not a single dollar." They believed him. They praised him. They told their friends about him. And that moment was the seed of the biggest scam in history. As years passed, Bernie's legal business grew. He hired his brother Peter, who was a genius with computers, and together they became pioneers of electronic trading. Bernie's firm was one of the first in the world to use computers to trade stocks. He became respected, powerful, admired. But in the shadows, Bernie kept the illegal side alive, the investment advisory business, the one where he secretly managed people's money without any license. This illegal side grew quietly, fed by trust and secrecy. Two accountants, Michael Benis and Frank Avellino, took over Saul Alpern's accounting firm after he retired. They had clients, they had access to people with money, and they knew Bernie could generate guaranteed returns. So they created a secret investment fund and sent all their clients' money to Bernie, hundreds of millions. All without a license, all without records. Illegal from top to bottom. But Bernie kept returning profits. Fake profits. But they didn't know that. People were happy. Money kept flowing. In 1992, a promotional flyer from the accountants leaked. It said, "We guarantee 100% safe investments. Never a losing year in 20 years." Impossible. The SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission, opened an investigation. They called Bernie. They asked for his trading records. Bernie panicked. Not because of the legal side, that side was clean, but because the fake investment business was built on lies. So he told his right-hand man, Frank DePascali, to forge everything. Fake trading records, fake transaction logs, fake profits, fake account histories. The SEC looked at the papers and believed him. They shut down the accountants, but allowed Bernie to continue. He survived. Again. And that survival made him feel unstoppable. By the mid-90s, Bernie was rich. House in Long Island, penthouse in Manhattan, beach mansion in Florida, super yacht, private jets. He moved his illegal operation to a secret floor, the 17th floor, while the legal business stayed on the 19th. The 17th floor was like a crime lab. Cocaine, alcohol, fake trading software, fake account statements, printers running 24/7, thousands of forged documents. His team looked like characters from a mafia movie, but Bernie kept them close, paid them huge salaries, and made sure they never asked questions. In Florida, inside elite golf clubs, Bernie met America's richest families. But he didn't chase them. He bragged a little, then acted like he didn't need them. This made the rich chase him. He made his fund feel exclusive, a private club, a secret door. No new investors unless recommended by someone already inside. Minimum investment? $5 to $10 million. Genius marketing, pure psychology. The rich begged to give him their money, and Bernie accepted. Billions of dollars in one place. And they wanted Bernie. Fairfield Greenwich, one of the biggest, gave Bernie almost $3.6 billion. Others followed. Soon, Bernie controlled more than $30 billion of other people's money. And remember, he wasn't investing any of it. He was just shuffling money from new investors to old investors. The perfect Ponzi scheme. Not everyone was fooled. A journalist from Barron's magazine investigated him. A financial analyst named Harry Markopoulos sent the SEC a detailed report saying, "This man is running a Ponzi scheme." The SEC ignored him. Bernie was too big, too respected, too connected. No one wanted to believe he was a fraud. In 2008, the world faced a financial crisis. Markets crashed, banks collapsed, investors needed cash. So they went to Bernie to withdraw billions. But there was a problem. Bernie didn't have billions. He never invested a single dollar. All the money was gone. On December 10th, 2008, with no way out, Bernie confessed to his sons, "It's all one big lie." They reported him immediately. The empire collapsed. Bernie Madoff was arrested and later sentenced to 150 years in prison. His investors lost $65 billion. Retirees, families, charities, universities, thousands of lives destroyed. His sons suffered publicly. One of them, Mark, took his own life. The other died of cancer later. His wife became isolated, hated, alone. The consequences were catastrophic. And all of it started with one lie in 1962 when Bernie refused to admit a small loss. Bernie Madoff didn't scam people because he needed money. He scammed because he couldn't stand failure, because he wanted to be admired, because his ego was bigger than reality. And this is the lesson. Some of the most dangerous people in the world aren't the ones who are evil from the start. They are the ones who refuse to accept failure and will burn the world to protect their image. And that's the story of Bernie Madoff, a man who built the biggest financial scam in history, all starting from one lie. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the dark side of human ambition, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because Hidden Evidence is just getting started. We'll keep uncovering the secrets, the crimes, and the stories the world tries to forget. Stay curious, stay vigilant, and I'll see you in the next video.